Do you remember the heady days of the millennium? A moment in history when everything seemed possible? The world leaders made use of that opportunity to give us the framework of the Millennium Development Goals. Of course, the MDGs have been criticized for being top-down, technocratic, reductionist, and somewhat arbitrary in what is included and the issues that are excluded. Regardless, the MDGs have served us very well. Thanks to the MDGs, we have made progress in terms of poverty reduction, a focus on social development, and an emphasis on health, education, and many other fundamental aspects of human welfare. In this changing world, we need a new development paradigm and a new way of looking at issues of poverty and progress. So, as the Millennium Development Goals come to an end in 2015, the conversation has started on the world we would like to live in. So, our consortium of partners has been traveling around the world, consulting with leaders, with members of communities, and with think tanks to come up with a proposition which we think is worthy to replace the MDGs in 2015. We call these the One World Goals. The reason they're called One World Goals is because we live in an interconnected, globalized world where events in one part of the globe affect people right across, often in a matter of minutes. In particular, there is emphasis in the One World Goals on vulnerability due to natural and man-made hazards, which have led to an increasing number of disasters that we've experienced in the last few years, as well as a focus on human rights, peace, and security issues. If we don't address those particular dimensions, then the gains of normal economic and social development are rapidly wasted away, as we have learned to our cost in many, many situations. These considerations and inspiration brought the Bellagio Initiative together. We get what we measure. Hence, our consortium's work has been particularly focused on developing the right indicators which assess in the correct way progress in the areas we would like to develop. Hence, the One World framework, which consists of global goals, national targets, as well as a basket of indicators by which progress might be judged on an objective and comparable basis. Why should governments or NGOs and academics bother when there are so many other problems that we have to also grapple with? The success of the MDGs has shown that once the world agrees to a common framework and vision, it is a powerful incentive for progress. And weaker countries and communities are often dragged along the chain of progress thanks to the leadership of others. So if we wish to shape the world we want to live in, then it's time to wake up and pay attention, because otherwise the shape of the world will be dictated by others. And that's one very important reason why civil society groups, NGOs, think tanks, and academics should start engaging right now about what is being thought about in terms of the future development framework. It is clear that development worldwide cannot be sustainable unless it brings progress to all four corners. We must remember that most poor people in the world now live in middle-income countries, not just in the poorest countries. And we must also remember that as economic growth takes place, then we have to find compromises and accommodations between the rich, the poor, so that the benefits of progress are equally shared. And this requires a one world outlook. It means that the new generation of goals would be relevant in the north as well as the south, west as well as the east. This is extremely important if we are to share in common progress.